Roz, what is the latest that we know right now?
Well, we're waiting for the French President, François Hollande, to make an address. That should happen actually quite soon, shortly, I believe. Now, as you said, the French prosecutors, the Paris prosecutor's office is calling it a terror attack, and they say the anti-terrorism unit will be looking into the attack. The Nice mayor, Christian Estrosi, says 77 are dead after this attack, and François Hollande is going to be holding a Security and Defence Council meeting at 9 a.m. on Friday. That's, of course, later today in French time. Now, France has been on top alert for most of the last 18 months. This is the 7th attack during that 18 months. You can see pictures here of the emergency services arriving at the scene. This is on the near the Promenade des Anglais, which is a main strip running along the beach in Nice. What we know so far is that the truck drove into a crowd of people celebrating the Bastille Day holiday, and of course several hundred were injured. We know that at least 77 people died. Here comes the truck now. You can see it on the screen.
Is this the truck?
This is the truck that ploughed into the crowd. Around 10:30 p.m. France time, there was a fireworks display as part of the celebrations going on. So possibly a bit of confusion about what was going on at the time. Here you can see the emergency services arriving at the scene. Now, the truck driver was what they call neutralized, shot and killed by police, according to the deputy prefect for the region. The Nice mayor did tell BFM television that the truck was filled with arms. The Interior Ministry said there was no hostage-taking, and it seems like there was one individual driving that truck. At the time after that event, the police were asking people to go home, urging people to stay away from the streets. The taxis were volunteering free rides to take people out of the area, and police with guns and riot gear sealing off the streets, soldiers blocking intersections and stopping people from getting close to the area. So that has been what is happening. Has been happening so far.
That truck reportedly plowed through people for a few kilometers, also traveling at speeds up to 40 to 50 kilometers per hour, pretty quick. Scores of people killed. Now, President François Hollande is rushing back to Paris. He's going to be addressing the public very, very soon. What does he have to say is the question, of course, to soothe the fears and the mood in Paris and across the nation tonight?
Well, Hollande arrived back in Paris about an hour ago, so he has likely been meeting with his ministers to discuss how they're going to approach this. But as I mentioned, the country has been on high alert, on top alert now, for many months, 18 months. And of course, the last big attack was in Paris back in November. And the state of emergency that had been issued then was set to lapse later in July, July 26th.
He was going to let it lapse.
And he was going to let it lapse. So we don't know whether that he will continue to let it lapse or whether they will raise the state of emergency once again following this latest attack.
All right. Of course, this is now under investigation by terror officials, anti-terror officials and police now swarming the area as they continue to figure out exactly who is responsible. Rosalind, thank you so much.